Hey guys, my name's Ryan Vatsek from the Indie Music Academy, and welcome back to the channel where we tackle the mysteries of the music industry, learn how to grow a larger fan base, and earn income from our music. And you're watching a video from our 30 Days of Action video series, where I share 30 music industry tips in 30 days. In today's video, we're going to be talking about record labels and whether or not signing a record deal could be good for the growth of your music or might hinder the growth of your music. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a future video from the Indie Music Academy. And let's dive into today's 5-minute action plan. Getting signed as an artist is one of the most loaded phrases I could think of in the music industry today. Is it good or is it bad? We're gonna talk about that in this video, and we're also gonna cover some misconceptions about what getting signed actually means for you and your music career. Misconception number one is that record labels pay artists a ton of money for their music. And it's only partially true. I'm labeling it as a misconception because record labels pay artists what's called an advance. An advance is essentially a loan that the record label gives an artist so that they can quit their job, they can go full-time music, and that they can create the record or whatever the record label wanted them to do for being signed. That's not free money. That advance actually has to get paid back, and the way that it gets paid back is through your future success. Record labels take your future royalties and they use them to pay back every single expense that they spend marketing you and creating your album, including that advance that you got in the very beginning. So if you ever heard of a signing bonus or anything like that where the record label pays the artist, know that it's probably an advance and that it's not truly a bonus. It's not truly your money. It's just borrowed money that they're gonna take from your royalties in the future. Number two is that most artists don't understand what a record deal is. A record deal today in the new music industry, because of all of the turmoil and all of the financial struggle that the music industry has been having lately, is most likely going to be something called a 360 deal. A 360 deal is the most common type of record deal, especially if this is your first time getting signed. And what the 360 means in a 360 deal is that the record label gets a cut of everything you make in any category in addition to your music. So that means if you have a side gig as an actor, or you plan on writing a book or releasing a product line, the record label gets a cut of all that stuff too. And that's because in their mind, if they make you famous off of their dime, right, because they're paying you the advance and they're paying all of the marketing, then they feel like that they deserve part of all of your success, because it's arguable that success in music transfers over to success in all types of different industries. It's an interesting concept, and that's the norm of all record deals today. Here's the third thing that most artists don't realize when it comes to signing a record deal, and it's that if you underperform as an artist, meaning that if your sales dip or you don't become profitable and it's not really worth it for the record label, they can actually shelve you. And that doesn't mean that your contract's off. You're still signed, but you're shelved. That means that no more marketing budget's gonna go towards your projects. You most likely won't create any future projects, and you'll have to just wait out the rest of the term of that contract that you signed. This is a sad reality for so many artists that have high hopes and want to do well, but it just doesn't happen because music is hard. And the end result is that not only did their album not do well, but now they can't do anything on their own because they're tied to that contract, but the record label says, we're just stopping right here. Another really scary thing is that you can actually get shelved the very first day you get signed. If you are an artist that's too similar like another artist on that label, they'll sign you just so they could shelve you, to keep the market bullish on that artist that they're spending a lot of money on. So watch out for that and make sure that you have a lawyer read every single contract to make sure that's not gonna happen. Okay, let's talk about the good things really quick, because record labels, they do make huge successes out of musicians like us. And one of the good things that record labels bring to the table is a substantial marketing budget that doesn't have to come out of our pocket in advance. Putting yourself out there as an artist and releasing music is a huge financial risk. Not only just the cost of studio time and the producers and the instruments that you might need, but just the marketing budget alone can be hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially when you're talking about a commercial release. Radio play by itself, just to hire the promoters, are multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in investment, and a record label is the perfect bank account to borrow that money from. If that's your vision for your music and you want radio play, then a record deal is probably the only way you're gonna get there, unless if you've got that cash in the bank already. The second good thing about a record label is one of the bad things, but the other perspective. It's that they pay you in advance, and they pay you to be a full-time musician. And yes, you need to pay that back through your royalties, but if you want that musical lifestyle and you want the chance to become a massive success, this could be a really good opportunity to quit that Starbucks job or quit that day job and focus 100% on your craft and this opportunity at hand. So that's the good side to an advance, and a record deal can offer you that. And lastly, here's a neutral thing about record deals, and it's that the more fans you have, the larger your fan base, the more negotiating power you have when you sign. Usually the worst record deals go to unknown artists with no fan base, with stars in their eyes and big hopes for their music career. And I'm not saying that artists that sign deals in that state make the wrong decision, but the truth of the matter is that if you have a ton of fans and a ton to bring to the table at the time of signing, basically what you're offering is a quick return on investment for the label. If they market and you already have an established fan base and a large catalog of music, they're going to get their marketing dollar back faster. So that's a huge benefit that you can use to negotiate when you are signing a record deal. But if you're watching this and you're an unsigned artist, you need to be the one that actually pulls up your music career to get you to the point where you're at that table negotiating in the first place. But with the internet and all the amazing tools at our disposal, every independent artist can essentially be their own record label right now on a small level. That is one of the amazing things about the new music industry that we're in right now. And one of those tools that I want to share with you is something called the Music Gatekeeper's Contact Book, which is literally thousands of contacts of radio stations, record labels, booking agents, music publishers. Any email or phone number that you would need as an independent artist is in that directory. So I put a link in the description below if you're interested in getting that. So far, we're 1 week deep in our 30 Days of Action video series, and I just want to say thank you for watching it to this point, and I hope this has been valuable. Of course, we still have 3 weeks of content ahead on this series, and I want to bring tons of value. So dive into the comments and leave your questions, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.